All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the North Shore 9 postgame show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Tyler. With me is Ryan. Pirates lose this one 3-2. Ryan, how we doing today?
This team, man. I mean, it's summer just started, Tyler.
Yeah.
And this team stinks. These are tough watches. The offense is lifeless. Jim just said they're officially pacing for a 100-loss season. The Pirates were favored today, Tyler. This was a very winnable game. But the Pirates only score on like sac flies or force outs or fielder's choice.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. There's just no big hits. There's no big hits in this offense. And the Pirates lose again.
Yep, another loss. And you mentioned it. They were betting favorites over on Bet Online, and that's who brings today's show. Bet Online continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. With baseball in full swing and football season around the corner, Bet Online has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, scores, and even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL future, Bet Online remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the Bet Online casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Bet Online, the game starts here. Ryan, something I've been doing lately is like live betting at bats for the Pirates. It's the easiest thing of all time. It's the easiest thing of all time. When they're facing someone like Kumar Rocker, just bet and play out. And play out. And play out.
Hayes gets to the plate, out.
In play out is the easiest bet of all time. And it's usually like minus 110. You just, Brian Hayes or Tommy Pham comes up, in play out all day.
There it is. We're giving you guys betting edges on this show. That's where we're at.
That's what we do.
Well, I did what I do in that last series against the Tigers. I bet the Pirates under 1.5 runs at like plus 150 or something. They scored 2. And then the next day I did under 2.5 and we scored 3. So I doubled down 2 days in a row. And I thought maybe that's what will ignite this offense. I just have to bet against them. But obviously not. Yeah. Under 4 runs is easy money. It also the other day was like minus like 200. Like they juice it out, out the ass. So it's tough to bet that every day, but yeah, the Pirates they're just the gift that keeps on giving if you're betting against them.
That they are. And not much scoring here in this one. The Rangers got on the board early, 3rd inning. They take a 1-0 lead. Adam Frazier just completely whiffs on a baseball. Rangers end up getting a run out of that. Can't have it. You just can't have that happen. Ball just scoots under his glove. Oneil Cruz gets to it a little later. Runner scores from first, I believe. It's something every day, man. It's something every day, and it's someone different, but there's always something. And it's always the reason they lose by 1 run. And that's what's so frustrating, I think, is that these games are so winnable. Like, these are very winnable baseball games.
Yeah. Once again, Mitch Keller, 1 in 10 Mitch Keller gives you a chance to win a game. Like, they were right in it. But like you mentioned, the play Frazier, like he kind of, it's what's with this outfield this weekend? Like, nobody can just get in front of a ball. He kind of got caught in between, like, I'm going to go try to catch this and, oh crap, I'm not catching it. And it just bounced right past me. And everything we talked about, everybody talked about Oneil Cruz yesterday, not running after it. Cruz ran a long way to back that ball up and ended up getting it to keep the runner from going to 3rd. But yeah, that was an unearned run that scored early, gave Texas the first run of the game. Keller look, Keller isn't Paul Skeens. He's not he's not an ace. He's not some great, all-time pitcher here, but Keller's not bad. Like he's a middle rotation piece that I think any MLB team would take. and he's 1-10, and he has a low 4 ERA. What'd he do? Give up 3 singles today? That was it. Walked a couple guys. It's just Keller gives up 2 or 3, and it's ball game. The Pirates just aren't going to hit for him. But yeah, this outfield defense, it's like, what? And I get it. Like Frazier's a second baseman. He's playing kind of some different spots, but it can't happen. You can't.
He's played enough left field, and
right.
I mean, I know it's going to happen. Errors are going to happen, but it's all the time with this team. There's always something that keeps them. I mean, again, from winning very winnable baseball games. So that gets them on the board. And like you said, Keller I thought was pretty good again today. You're right. He's not Paul Skeens. There's something with Keller as well. Like every outing, that just seems like he's not quite at his potential.
Yep.
Walks today were it. Sometimes it's a long ball. Sometimes it's just one bad inning. There's always something that, like, you just don't have a 7-inning, no-run game outing from Keller. But, I mean, you can't complain about the guy.
Well, so besides, you mentioned the 3rd inning, which was an unearned run, because of the error. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th. And then, goes out in the 6th, lets a couple guys on. They take him out, inherited runner scores and everything. So, or no, actually, he let up the other run on the sac fly. But besides that, besides that 3rd in the 6th inning, he was mowing them down 1-2-3. So it's just another. They just don't hit for Keller. I mean, they don't hit for anybody. So I wanted to read a stat here. Danny D'Amelio on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Mitch Keller has received 2.14 runs of support in the game this season. It's the fewest among qualified starting pitchers, and obviously they had him one run today while he was in the game. But you look at these stats that they don't hit for him, they don't hit for Skeens. I mean, they just don't hit. Like they don't hit for anybody. So but Keller, I mean, a 1-10 record with what has he got, a 4.04 ERA or whatever? It's absurd. And meanwhile, Kumar Rocker, who was opposing Keller today, is like 2-4 with a 7 ERA. So it's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure whenever all these stats start adding up to Paul Skeens gets no run support. Mitch Keller gets no run support. This guy gets no run support. That just usually means your offense sucks.
Yeah, like who does? Who does this team hit for?
Yeah, duh. Yeah. They're bad.
Yeah, it's that's what I said. There's no like magical formula here. They're just bad. They're just bad. They don't hit for anybody.
Yeah.
And but yeah, these guys deserve better. We've said it all year with Skeens and Keller for sure. But yeah, he wasn't, like I said, he was Mitch Keller today. Ran into some trouble in the 6th. Obviously, could he have been more sharp there in the 6th or more consistent to go deeper in the game? Sure. But yeah, it's Mitch Keller was rocking the little 5 o'clock shadow too, Tyler. It was kind of new with him.
He's a little worn out.
Right.
He's an old savvy vet now. He's been through it here, man.
Yeah, he's like, I got to do something here to change up the look.
I got to separate myself from these children here.
Right.
Well, speaking of people that aren't very good, though, Kumar Rocker's not very good. He's been bad this year. And naturally, the Pirates put together absolutely no offense. Henry Davis did tie the game up there in the 5th inning with a fielder's choice. Aside from that, I believe they did score 2 off them, correct? They got another one in the 6th.
They got a fielder's choice in the 6th.
That's right. Another fielder's choice.
That's what I said. It's either a sac fly or a fielder's choice.
If Rocker was still in.
Right.
And that's really just from 2 walks and a fielder's choice.
Yep.
Like you said earlier, there is just no impact in the lineup right now. They're not taking extra bases. That's the other thing, man. They're not really running anymore. And they can't because they're not on base.
Right.
It's hard to be aggressive when you're not on base ever. So they get to run another run off Rocker. Woo.
Yeah, they had bases loaded. So he walked back-to-back guys. They made the pitching change in the 6th. Sean Armstrong comes in. He leads off his outing by hitting Frazier in the back. So bases are loaded, 1 out. Henry Davis, ground ball to third base, gets the run in. Fielder's choice, like we had mentioned. And then Brian Hayes comes up. And I don't look, Hayes at this point, Hayes isn't a good hitter. I think we all know this. Man, Hayes he was coming up in some big spots. He came up in this big spot in the 6th inning, and you're just kind of like, yeah, this isn't going to work out. He came up in the 9th with 2 outs, and you're just like, yeah, this ball game's over. Hayes, this umpire today was all over the place. Hayes didn't really get any help at the plate, but I'm not going to sit here and use that as an excuse for sure. But yeah, it's just Hayes isn't good. He's not a good hitter.
And I also have my innings mixed up there. The Davis fielder's choice was after the Oneil Cruz sacrifice fly, which was actually a pretty good at bat from Oneil Cruz there. Didn't want to skip over that. He did have some, I guess, better at bats. He still doesn't look good at the plate right now.
Yeah.
But just to mention that was he did a job there. So I guess good job, Oneil. You did something well.
Yeah, he's been struggling. Reynolds, who we thought was coming out of it, he's kind of, I know he just got back from maternity leave, but he's been struggling. It's just, there's no they had opportunities today, Tyler. Like I said, this base is loaded in the 6th inning. They had a couple guys on another inning. It's just, they just can't get the big hit. There was 0 extra base hits in this game for both teams. I mean, it's just a brutal offensive watch. And I wouldn't even say it was like, it's a great pitching duel, back to back. It's like you said, Rocker came in with a 7 ERA. Now, look, the guy's talented. Like, his FIP was in the low 4s. So, like, yes, he was probably getting a little unlucky this season. But you just knew coming in, Tyler, that the Pirates were going to struggle against him. Like, it's just, you see a guy with like, oh, this guy's not pitching well this year, and enter the Pirates lineup. We make him look good. So he lowered his ERA today. And yeah, they had opportunities. They just couldn't get that big hit.
Yeah, I mean, Rocker has talent. He's not that good though. Like,
no.
We do this all the time. How many times we have to go through this song and dance with these bad pitchers? And if you are struggling, this is the perfect time to play the Pirates. Like, if you need to get right, go face the Buccos.
Yeah. Oh, guys have to be like, they can't. Oh, I'm facing Pirates next week. Oh, let me circle that one down.
Yeah, let me just get to there. Let me just survive to that outing.
Yep.
Did they have any extra base hits yesterday?
Boy, you're testing. I was trying to think the last time we had a home run, but I know Cutch had won a couple games ago, but I don't know. I don't know if we had an extra base hit yesterday.
Yeah, I tried to just not think about yesterday's game.
They had, I don't think they had one.
So back-to-back games?
They had 9 hits yesterday.
9 singles.
Yeah, that's what my score app's telling me.
I'm pretty sure they didn't have an extra base hit yesterday.
It's lifeless. Like, this offense is lifeless, and there's only so much you can say about them. Yeah, there you go, Jim. No extra base hit since the 1st inning on Thursday. You're not going to win baseball games that way, Tyler. It's brutal. It's brutal.
If you were listening. If you're listening to the podcast, it is currently Saturday evening. They have not had an extra base hit since the 1st inning on Thursday.
And this isn't like, earlier in the year, like Nick Gonzalez was injured. Spencer Horwitz wasn't here yet. Like, these guys are back. Like, you have like Tommy Pham sat today. Like, Tommy Pham wasn't in the lineup. Like, you have your guys that are here for the most part. And they're like, Henry Davis was in the lineup today, and Henry Davis 9th inning. I thought he tied the game.
I did too.
That center fielder, once he turned his back, I was like, oh, it's out. And of course, right to the warning track. But yeah, like, you have the guys that you were planning on for this season. I guess Ben Sherrington had signed them up, and they're just not hitting. It's lifeless. It's like I said, Cutch passed Joe DiMaggio today on the hit list, and he's your second best hitter.
Yep, we are 15 minutes in. We didn't talk about that yet. Andrew McCutchen hits number 2,215, if I remember correctly.
2,215. Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Passing Joe DiMaggio at 2,214. Seemed to be some confusion in the media media about where he passed him at.
Did these guys not like follow Baseball Reference? Like, where did that go wrong?
I don't know what happened there, but congratulations to Cutch. I guess one thing happened today that was positive.
Yeah, and I think he's like 20 or so, maybe under 20 away from Stargell. So like he's just, hey, and if he plays another year or two here, like he's producing, he might, like he's just going to keep moving up on some of these lists and stuff. So, and I get it. Someone's going to throw their phone at the TV saying DiMaggio did it in 1,000 less games. Like we get it. Like, but Cutch is just an all-time Pirate great at this point. And he's just slowly moving up the list.
And if you say that, I don't care. Go away.
Right.
That means DiMaggio should have played longer.
Yeah, there was only like, what, 12 teams back then?
Yeah, he should have played longer.
Right.
Sounds like a him problem.
Yeah, but he was in a war, Tyler.
Don't care. Not my problem.
Yeah.
Love the game more.
There you go. There you go.
Carmen Mlodzinski came in, and we've got a little bit of Carmen action today. He looked pretty strong early. Broke down a little bit there in the 9th inning, but what'd you think about Carmen?
Yeah, I like him in the bullpen role. I don't know why it took so long to get him in that bullpen role, but he's there. Goes multiple innings today, 1 hit, walked a couple, which he's kind of been doing that, where he just he'll get himself into trouble with a couple walks, but 3 strikeouts kept him in the game. It's just that Mlodzinski, that's a great role for him when you're facing 2-3 innings. You're facing a lineup one maybe 2 times, and that's it. Get him out of there. So there was some question that maybe he might start on Monday. It looks like we're going to need a starting pitcher, but yeah, Mlodzinski comes in, and I mean, he saved the bullpen because this bullpen was pretty taxed the past 2 days from the doubleheader. So he's been great in that role.
Yeah, and he did it pretty efficiently. I mean, only 35 pitches a day. You probably wanted to keep him under 50. So, and really, in all reality, the walks came in the 9th inning. His first 2 innings let's see here. When did he come in? He came in, his first 2 innings and a third were really good. Yep. The 9th inning, he came in, walked 2 guys. Dennis Santana comes in after that. Wow, he's appealing a suspension, I'm assuming, right now, right? I missed that today. I was at Primanti Brothers for lunch and missed all the news that came out.
Tyler was eating those sandwiches we should have been giving out.
But
yes, dude, Santana,
burn him. You might as well burn him.
That's right. Like, I guess, because if he's going to be out, I don't know how quick the appeal goes through in MLB these days, but yeah, if he's going to be out, might as well throw him out there for another game. And dude, like Santana just again comes in with a mess, 2 on, no out. He just gets no big deal, 1, 2, 3, and keeps the game 3-2. And you're thinking, hey, we got some momentum going into the bottom of the 9th. But of course, then the Pirates offense came back out. So, Santana, man, he's just been so good. He was just, you can't say enough about the find for Sherrington. But I mean, I guess when Sherrington goes to the scrap heap, 35 times in a season, somebody's going to hit eventually, right? So Denny Santana was one of them finally. But yeah, he's been great.
Thank God one of them worked out, I guess.
Right. Okay. Too bad we couldn't find a hitter or 2 in that scrap heap.
Yeah. I don't know, Ryan. This just sucks.
Yeah.
It's the same show. It's the same game. It's the same everything every day. Someone in the comments said Groundhog Day. It is. It's Groundhog Day every single day with this team.
Yeah. That's like, I'm still waiting for the what I know we won that one game 9-6 where they scored 9 unanswered. Like, I'm just waiting for like a 10-8 loss, but it just hasn't been coming because this team is pitching elite. This is like they're what was the stat where if the Pirates had just scored 4 runs a game for Paul Steen's start, he was like 26-1. Like, if they would just score, they would be an average offense. This team's a wild card team at least. Like, it's just like you said, they're in every game for the most part with this pitching. And that's what's so frustrating about it, because they're in every game. But with this offense, it's like you're not really in the game, even though the scoreboard tells me we are, because you just can't do anything. It's just, and they were manufacturing runs, when Donnie took over and, doing more bunting and just kind of but I don't know. It's like the past like week, 10 days, it's just kind of been like back to the same old, like.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is it's hard to do all that stuff when you're not on base. Like you can't be aggressive when they're not walking much anymore. So they're not really manufacturing any offense that way. They don't hit the ball hard enough to really do anything, and they can't bunt well enough to bunt for a hit.
No, that's for sure.
So then there was one part of the game I did want to talk a little about. It was I believe it was the fifth inning. IKF came up, runners on first and second, no outs, and he bunts right before the Oneil Cruz sacrifice fly. I know it ended up working out. I hate that bunt, man. There's no outs. It's the fifth inning. I believe it's still a 1-1 game at that point. Or no, it was a 2-1 game, maybe 3-1, whatever it was.
It was 1-0. It was 1-0.
1-0 at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give him an out.
I'm with you. And here's the other thing. If it's Ke'Bryan Hayes up there, which can these guys even get a bunt down? That's the other question. But IKF is like your best average hitter. Like he's your best contact hitter at this point. He's up there. Like, yeah, like this. I get like, okay, like you want a big inning. This team doesn't have big innings in them very often. But yeah, you sacrifice, you bunt them over. Like you said, it worked out. Cruz got a sacrifice in the next play, tied the game up. Like you got the one run, but that's all you got. And with this team, we've seen them. Tyler, you've talked about it, how you disagreed with it a couple times on the show. Like they've bunted late in the game when they're just down one, and it's like you're just playing to tie to then like lose in the next inning or lose an extra. So, this was in the fifth. Keller was cruising. Like I guess I kind of get playing for the one run, but it's just this, if Cruz comes up and hits a double, then it's 2-1, it's different, but it's, you have your best hitter coming up, but Cruz has been scuffling it as of late. I don't love it either. I don't love it with IKF and like you said.
And I think that's the big thing is that was IKF up. I trust him with the bat and just moving the runners over himself.
Right.
Like he's not a high strikeout guy.
Yeah.
I trust him to just hit behind the runners there, move them himself. Maybe you get a base hit out of it. It did work out, but it also could have basically given up a big inning.
Yep.
Because you settled for one run.
But again, this team is allergic to big innings, so I don't know if it was coming. But
you know what? It's also a little bit like dangerous because you got Oneil Cruz coming up, and there's a good chance he's not getting that sacrifice fly the way he's swinging the bat right now.
Right.
So, like mathematically, it's probably not a good play.
Yeah, because he's a strikeout candidate for sure. And then so he does get the sac fly, and then Cutch comes up and strikes out himself. So yeah, it's just I got Guinness, Mike. It's Pirate games, Pirate losses. You need it.
He's really wanted you to acknowledge that Guinness.
It's a thing now. It's a bit. It's I gotta have it. You guys are lucky I'm not on like my fourth or something. If this game was any later, I might have been. But yeah, it's like you said, this is where we're at with this team. It's debating. Yeah. Do you butt them over to get that 1 or 2 runs in, or do you try to just, but that's the thing. It's like you trust IKF to kind of just either get a hit there or get the run, move the guys over. Right. But he's also probably like the one guy will get the bunt down. So
right. Because that's the problem is he's the only other guy I trust to bunt.
Because you're not like Pham. We've seen Pham. We've seen Triolo. We've seen like it's just not good. So
I feel like Frazier can, but he's another guy that I probably just let him swing it. Because they're both in that category of they're going to put the ball in play.
Like the play today in the outfield, notwithstanding, Frazier is outplaying these guys for the most part, and that's sad for the rest of the guys because Frazier is like he's not a starter on major league teams at this point unless you're the Pirates, and he's been playing his ass off. But that's just a knock on the rest of the team,
right? Good. Adam Frazier is playing better than I thought he would have. He should not be better than the majority of this roster right now.
No.
Like someone should,
absolutely,
and it's also an indictment that nobody in the minor leagues is pushing Adam Frazier out the door right now.
No, There's no, but like what do you, besides Connor Griffin and Termarr Johnson, like they're not. Who's coming up?
Nothing.
So those guys aren't there yet. So it's
I don't know.
Brutal, man.
Yeah, you got anything else, Ryan?
Let me check my notes. Nope, this game sucked. Keller is now 1-10. I don't know. Does Keller win a second game this season? That's
will.
the question.
If they trade him at the deadline.
Well, the deadline will be interesting, but
we got a little bit of time for that one. We'll see what happens.
That's the thing. This sounds like a game like you'd have in like the dog days of August, like where the season's just really gone. Like, no, this is mid-June and this team is buried and they stink.
Yeah. You nailed it. All right, let's get out of here. Pirates lose 3-2. We'll be back with you tomorrow and for the rest of the season. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Yep. We're all sickos.
We are sickos. Maybe sandwiches tomorrow. Let's hope.
Yeah, we'll try. We're out. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Peace.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.